Well, spring is here. Love is in the air, as they say. DC saying hello, guys and gals. Well, it's Saturday. Weather's good. Climbing into my tree to do a bit of work. And this is a plum tree. And I'll be getting onto that, but that's not at all the subject of my talk today. Is that I thought I'd talk to you about something that came out this week and brought on this topic. Is the four loves. The four loves is a subject that comes from a book from C.S. Lewis. The four loves actually is something that we could talk about quite a bit, but I'll try and do it briefly. There's four loves actually, the way one can look at this is, and one of them is called affection, fondness, erotic love, eros, and selfless love. Okay, there's different Greek words for those who'd like to hear them. I think this one's called storge, the other one's called philias, eros, and agape. Now, the difference between these, of course, is something that we think we know, and I think that sometimes we actually confuse them. I do, at least. Now, why do we confuse them? I guess because that there's an interplay between each and every one of them. The question of what they call storge, or fondness, is something that we can feel for friends, animals, for things actually. And that quite often, we're talking about fondness. Can I get that old dago down there? There he is, yep. Let me try and pull him in there. You see at the moment, there's fondness for that beast, and sometimes affection. Sometimes it goes the other way around, actually. Now, fondness is one of them. Friendship, affection, friendship, philia. That's one that we actually use a lot. What does it actually mean? I think it means different things at different times. As you know, on YouTube we have this comment saying friends, add as friend. I mean, most of us just use it to help the people get to add their comments, or ourselves add comments without having to be asking for an approval. But I mean, it's more than that, isn't it? I mean, friendship is usually a bonding, but it doesn't go any further actually than a mutual mutual affection, we should say. But it doesn't go one step further into the next love, which doesn't mean that it's the only one, as I just said ahead. Eros, erotic love. You know, I won't get into many details of that one, but I mean, we all know what it means. I mean, it's the love of, let's say, your partner, where you go one step further into the knowledge of oneself, and you not only discover your body, but or her body, or his body, but you discover as well, actually, the person's soul. I think that's part of eros as well. Now, the next one, which is called agape, and very often is used with this very strange word called caritas, which means caritative in a way, but it's like selfless love. It's the love that actually is often used by Christians, different churches, and so on. But I mean, we all know that it goes beyond that, actually. I mean, this is a selfless love that is often given into people that work for others. I'm not talking automatically about social workers who do it for a job, but I'm talking about people who do social work, who do, work for one another. Loving mankind is part of this. Agape is often used when you invite people around your table, for example. This is a moment of agape. So here I've touched on these four loves. Why did I bring that on? Well, actually, a lot of you know through his channel, NH Rancho Relaxo, who at one point in one comment, he said, "What is love?" And it made me thinking, well, he's right. What is love? What are the loves that we know, actually? And if you think about it, most of us have experienced all of them. And actually on YouTube, I'd say most of us have experienced at least the fondness and the affection or friendship part. I don't think all of us have gone up to the love bit, but it's not impossible actually to meet someone on the net. And yes, I think what I will stop off on one thing is that these 4 subjects, actually, as I probably mentioned, I'm trying to remember if I did or not, are part of a book from C.S. Lewis, of Narnia fame. C.S. Lewis was a professor and a Christian apologist, actually, in Oxford, and he wrote a book on that. It's just quite interesting reading, but pretty heavy reading, actually. He doesn't have mostly the easiest style to read at times. But one thing that he did say is that when love becomes an idol, it stops becoming love and becomes a demon. Well, I guess that, let's try and not get too many demons. Let's just try and keep it as love. Well, guys, that's DC signing off. Take care.